Welcome back, everyone. This is page 15 in part 5 of Burn Pit. Um, to say, I haven't really been thinking about recording at all in this part. I think it's like it's here. This part is kind of moving along a lot faster than the previous one. Um, like there haven't really been as many distractions. I think this one's been kind of an easier one to work on because I'm not doing sort of the volume of scene changes that I've been doing in previous parts. So let's make our new layer. Um, and I think too, why I'm kind of trying to force myself to record for you guys is because I'm kind of out of. I feel like I'm out of topics right now. Unless you want to go into politics, and I really don't because I always feel like so dirty and ashamed of myself every time you kind of get into that mud pit. It's like such a toxic thing right now. Um, See, and it's already ruined my train of thought. Oops. You know. Ah, undo, edit, undo. Okay, so that was where it was supposed to be. Back, Philippe. I thought you were staying in your place until Monday. So let's see. We're gonna bring him over just a little bit and turn him. Let's go the other way. I'm just. I know it doesn't matter, but I'm kind of just anal a lot of times about having the rotation set at more than 180 degrees in either direction. So, so it's ready. Even though actually I'm going to be zooming in, so you're not even going to see his legs anyway. So it was kind of a waste of time. It's like even the coronavirus has become political, so it's like you almost don't want to. It's like you kind of want to stay away from that too. Like as far as a topic of discussion. I mean, like I don't know about you, but it's like at this point for me, like just seeing the numbers on TV where they're at, you just kind of feel so numb to it at this point. And you kind of hate to say that. Like, I mean, you've got, I don't know where are we still at like 170 or have we hit 180,000 deaths now? And it's like, it's really like horrible and sad at this point, but at the same time, you just kind of, it's like it's just gotten so big that I guess, like I said, you're really numb to it at this point. And I, but that said, I hope everyone out there is still doing all right. I hope you're kind of staying safe and hopefully staying clear of it. Um, what are we gonna have him say? Let's see. And I kind of really hate this. You kind of just hate feeling that way too. It's because it's kind of like not like I'm in an entire bubble where like the possibility that it's going to affect me is not there. Um, I mean, it's like I guess like everybody, I've got elderly relatives that I do think about um, every now and then when it kind of pops in my head. I mean, it's like the generation above mine, like the surviving aunts and uncles were all I'm trying to think now, 70 plus. So I mean, they're up. So it's like that generation is up there right now in my family. Let's save this. And my brother was telling me that one of our aunts spontaneously stopped by his place and basically her husband or uncle passed away. It was probably June, I guess. Um, it's like I said, it's I didn't ask him if she said it was coronavirus or not, because like at that age, it doesn't really, it's at their age, it's like if it's not coronavirus, it's going to be something else. It's sad either way. Just kind of like I said, you just kind of feel sad either way, and it doesn't really matter if it was like what it was. Okay, yeah, so we're still dealing with semi long render times. They're not, so we might end up pausing, and I've got this set open. I'm kind of at the point where I've poured through my library of objects over and over again, trying to find stuff to cram into these bedrooms. I'm at the point where I think I just need to slap some pictures on the wall and call it a day. Um, Kind of move on. I've got. Let's turn the bedrooms off for a moment and the closets. Okay. We're not. So it's like I think at this point, we've got the living room. Let's put the living room on. you know, so now it's like I got to start thinking about the living room. It needs some help. Um, it really, it's really needs some attention. I've sort of been like, this is still the setup from Ray's living room in Burn Pit. So I'm gonna like swap out the furniture and the decorations. So we put in this sofa, the end table, and I don't know if I've got to swap out the decorations on the shelf or not. And I still got to decide if I want to swap out the console or not. But I think what I got to decide on is what to do with this area here along this wall, and this area here along this wall. Because I kind of keep doing this when I design these houses and it comes to the living room, is that I sort of make the path of travel kind of like shut down a massive chunk of the room. So, so I'm thinking there should be a furniture grouping here, but that would take the travel through the door around the room and then and the same thing over here. There should be some furniture grouping against this wall, which might shift the path of travel, which might force sort of the travel to be curved. But I've got the arcade here because whatever this project is going to end up being, and the setup is that these are going to be probably is I think the background is going to be these are college kids who rented a house together. So like you kind of want some sort of goofy entertainment. So I could see them picking up a video game and slamming it in the corner or against the wall somewhere just because. But I don't know, it still could go. Then I've got the kitchen, which is another one. This is again where I cut this room down just like the bedrooms. And it still feels too big, so like I've got this massive corner here. I think I had this problem with Simon's Lament because I mentioned in a previous video this house basically I basically like modeled this off of Simon's house. It's sort of the same house except the rooms are a little smaller. I kind of brought in the kitchen and the bedrooms. But I had this problem with Simon's Lament way back, way back when. I never took the story into the kitchen because it was never furnished. I think I had like the kitchen grouping like I've got in this house, but it's like you see here, there's just this big empty space, and it's like, what do you do with it? I've got the kitchen table. Um, there was another thought of putting sort of like another table over here, but part of it too is you got to keep in mind if these are college kids, this isn't going to be um, sort of an expensively furnished place. It's probably going to be a bit of an eclectic style to it. And then I've got this bedroom. I've got the third bedroom over here. I should say the master bedroom. Um, I'm not 100% sure on all the characters in this house. Um, I've got, I've basically got two. Okay, here we go. So let's take that over here. File, open as layers. I think I showed you at the end of one video the uh, the two characters I've got in mind for this story. But it's in the back of my head. What are the layers in its size? Uh, New layer. It's in the back of my head because I've got that oversized master bedroom. Let's see. I'm thinking of putting two other characters in the house, making it a foursome. So I'm thinking because it's a master bedroom, um, it's probably the other two. There'll probably be like two guys, and then a boyfriend girlfriend situation, staying in the master bedroom. Three guys and a girl. I guess it ain't close. Let's see. Hmm. No, 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 no. There we go. A bunch of leftovers in the fridge if you're hungry. And let's see. How much can we condense this? So I think it's like with the dead time waiting for renders, waiting for pictures to render. Sort of in like trying to fine tune the decoration of the house. Edit, cut. And the thing is, I'm not like there's so much uncertainty about what I want to do with the project. Because I was thinking of making, I was thinking it was just going to be a one-off story for the short tale series, but something is telling me to plan it as something a little bit longer but still shorter, maybe like a 50 or 75 page piece. Um, oops. Let's see. So I got bedroom one. And bedroom one is basically Jeffrey's room from Burnt Pit. I haven't cleared out the furniture yet. Although I did, because um, because I downsized the model a little bit from what I used in Burn Pit, I did I did pull the furniture in for a tighter setting. Otherwise, like these chairs and table would be outside, would have been outside the wall. The pictures would have been going outside the wall. But yeah, I don't expect to do anything huge with this room like the other two. So if we go files, we'll just type in bed, start with bed, and take off filter by context, and let's go all. So I'm curious about this one. Although I think this was the bed I used. I think I used this one for Erica's bed in Burn Pit. JW. What does this one look like? So where was my train? I was on a train of thought a moment ago. Um, yeah, so like I've still got a lot of questions about what I want to do with this one, and I'm kind of itching to do. What is this? I'm itching to do Shrimp at the House 10. So I kind of really got to think about what I want to do for a story for that one. Hmm, not sure about this bed. Let's show asset in products. This is JW Hotel Room. Yeah, we're gonna be here a while. Okay, no, you don't need to do that. I don't know. Yeah, maybe. Hmm. Yeah, I guess that one's good. This is gonna be 90, right? Yep. Ah, shoot. Let's parent the blanket to the bed, and then there we go. Like I said, I'm not really sure if this story is going to be spending a lot of time in here, so. Oh wow, that bed's got problems. Um, hmm, oops, I don't want bedroom 3 on, I want bedroom 1 off. Actually, let's put bedroom 2 on. Hmm, excuse me, because I want to see where this bed measures up. Oh, the other one. I'm trying to see if, like, this bed is undersized or if the other one was oversized. So I'm going to compare it to the bed I've got in here, and it looks like it's about the same size. So the other one was oversized. Okay, so I'm not worried about this. Okay, I'm going to take off bedroom 2, not the bath. Yeah, I can leave the bathrooms off. So let's see. Bed. Pair the nightstands to that bed, and then I can go ahead and delete that one. And what I'm going to do is, let's see, nightstand. Bring them in tighter. How tight can I go with these, actually? Okay, the bed can go closer to the wall, so right? Okay. Which axis was that on? That's the x-axis. The thing about parenting the props to another prop like this is that it sort of changes the direction of the x and z axis depending on whether or not the top prop is rotated like this one is. So the x and z axis is in relation to the parent prop, not the world. So we got 79 and 148. 79, and this one is going to be negative 148 because the 0 is centered on the mid. So one is positive on the z-axis, the other is negative on the z-axis. And I think there's supposed to be pillows with this thing. Let's go back in here and see if we can't find the pillows. They're probably up here. Why not? Yeah, there's supposed to be pillows. Hmm. So that's the other thing. I think my sleep pattern is shifting right now. I've had a couple of nights where okay, they're supposed to be. Why aren't there pillows? Oh, okay, that's why. I can't see it. Let's see. Zero, zero, and zero. Oh, joy. Okay, we'll just. There we go. Actually, hold on. Oh, okay. So I'm kind of like tired right now. Let's see. Okay, there we go. There we go. And these are high, so let's go down. Is there material? Nope. Do I have my picture yet? Nope, not yet. Oh, wait. Okay, that was good timing. Here we are. Okay, let's save that. Come back in here. We go File. Open as layers. How about we cut it? Okay. Let's see. Invert, shrink, edit, cut, and select none. And let's save. Let's see. This is 180, right? Yep. Okay. let's focus. Go. And I need to center him on the stairs. I don't want him stepping through the railing. Oops. And this way, right? Yeah, okay. Oops. I want some sleep. There we go. Normally I'd try and get the eye to the next line, but I've got I've got a compact enough block. If I try to bring the eye down, it's going to ruin that. So let's go. Cut. Select none and edit. Paste as new layer. Upward. There we go. Merge that down. And let's save. Okay. I think though these are all set up for iRay. Yep. So what I'm going to do is let's condense that. And I want to commit into, I'll get shader presets, DS defaults, and we're just going to go DS default. And the band, right? Let's go, oops. I want to select them and go DS default. There we go. Most of the time that's good enough for converting the iRay textures to something I can use in 3Delight. It takes more work if I'm using glass or liquid because the opacity doesn't transfer over. And a lot of times too, um, like this bed might have rendered just fine in 3Delight with the iRay settings. I'm not sure I got anything in here, but sometimes the IRA shaders come out fine. Sometimes they don't. It all depends. Bed. What I want to do is one. This is the wood, right? Okay. So I think what I'm gonna do is let's give it a slight reflection. And do the same thing with the nightstands. Oh my god. Oh, these drawers. Oh, these are rigged. These drawers will open. I didn't realize that. Oh, see, so okay. Yeah, I'll have to remember that in case I want to do anything with the drawers open. Which is always weird because I set up a lot of times if I'm creating my own props, like this dresser in bedroom 3, there are dressers, and the dressers and the nightstands I created. I'll do the same thing, is make the drawers so that I can open them if I ever want to, or like the cabinets in the kitchen. I can open them, and then it turns out most of the times I don't even open the drawers and the doors and all that stuff. Okay, this is the front, not the handle though, right? Okay. So I think I'm gonna do the same thing. Let's reflection 5%, and this is okay. Those are the interior drawers. I'm gonna leave those alone. These should be the handles, right? Okay. So the question is, what are these? Okay, I think these are supposed to be metallic. So let's see. I'm gonna take. Um, oh, okay. Yes, it's supposed to be metallic. So the reflection is already set up. Um, it's already set to reflect. Okay. Although I might want to take this out. Oh, I'll see later. So what else have we got in here? How about a dresser? Hmm. This one's a possibility. That's weird. I feel like I should have more dressers. Oh well, let's bring this one in. There we go. How are we on? Okay, still got a ways to go. So, here's my dresser. And what I'm gonna do with the dresser is it's gonna go right here. So rotate it 90. Put it up against the wall. It's too far. This is the X, so let's go 3. We'll bring this down incrementally. further from the wall than I think, right? Yeah. So let's just bring it down by 1 and then increase it. 8.5 is good. And now, I want to center it somewhat between the doors. Okay, that's good. Let's make it 7.5. There we go. Now, what are we looking at? Really? Yeah, strength 15. Actually, okay. No, you. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I got my. There we go. We'll come back to that. Open his layers. Da, 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 da. Oops, 33. And then this project, this is part 4, right? No, it's part 5. So I can't even think right now. We'll check in a second. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is 5. The thing is, like, in the back half of this part. Oh, let's go invert, shrink, invert, edit, cut, none. It is. This story is sort of playing out a bit like a soap opera, maybe, where you kind of plant seeds of a storyline and then go off and do something else while it sort of festers off page. So the idea was you sort of get the ball rolling on. Let's see. Yeah, part 5. We're here. Let's dump the pictures in here. So it's like we get the ball rolling on the takeover of that company, but because it's not like an instant thing, we have to sort of let it go. I have to let it go in the background. So you set it up and then let the characters go off and do something else. And then and then like eventually I've got to come back and like reveal that they've reached the point where they've got enough stock to move in and take over. Um, Also, let's see. Oh, there we go. Feel it. Um, okay. Oh my god. Also, when I had him, um, he gave me the idea of helping these guys out. He was told there were five, one, two, three, four, no, four. Oh shoot, I better go check that now. No, no, yeah, five. Okay, see, I can't even think right now. Yeah, he was told there were five people suffering from this, and when he was tracking them down, I mentioned that he only heard about four of them, and then it sort of got it like story wise, it got forgotten. I didn't forget, but the idea is that like it's one of those it's one of those elements that was mentioned and then sort of pushed aside because like I've got to come back to that. I've also got to come back to that. It sort of feeds back. It's the idea is it's going to feed back on the theme earlier of leaving people behind. That when everything starts going good, um, the idea is when everything starts going good, he's gonna he's gonna remember that there's one of them that they forgot about. There's one of them that he wasn't able to help. It's sort of like that. It's going to be like the idea is it's going to come back and be one of those like a little bit of a regret. Oops. It's going to be like I said, it's going to come back as sort of a regret. He's going to suddenly feel, he's going to be reminded that there's like unfinished business. Whoops. Come on, Control Z. Can I get this? Let's go. Cut. And then there's going to be resolution with the mystery fifth person. I think and also like I've hinted to it in the story. Um, Up to this point. So it's like I wonder if it's like in the back of your mind as the reader that like at some point Wes has popped back into the house. Um, it's like the question is when is when is his ex-wife Maxine going to pop up? Is she going to cause trouble? That sort of thing. It's going to, it's like, at some point, I'm going to have her come back. Oh, God. and create a bit of an issue. Oh no. So the idea is I'm on part 5. I was thinking, I think initially I figured this was going to be a minimum of 6 parts, and it's kind of getting through this one. I'm thinking, I'm pretty sure now that it's going to 7 easily. I'm not entirely convinced it's going to go to 8 though. But I don't know. I think when I had this idea that I think I set off like knowing that Wes was going to come back to make amends, only to be kind of shocked at how big Roger had gotten. The thing was, like, I never expected it to go like 3/4 of this part, but I was just having, like, it was one of those things. I was just having so much fun with it that I like ran with it and let it go. I'm gonna just condense this down. Let's go layer, crop to selection. I'm just gonna make the layer smaller. Oh no, there we go. So I'm sitting here in the back of my mind thinking that I'm pretty sure this is going to be a 7-part story now. Because I had like a bit of fun with Wes. I'm like wondering if, like, in part 6 or 7, I'm going to have kind of the same fun somewhere else and end up stretching it out. Okay, so what I want to do is, whoops, um, oh, that's right, those are the hinges. Okay, so 1 and 2. Where is, um, oh, it's on that. Let's take it to glossy. And we want reflection. So we put 5. And these are the handles. Metallic. We go 95 for the handles. So what this is what, like, I've been sort of really playing with surfaces in the last few stories, probably since Jeremy's journal, way back in Jeremy's journal last summer. I've been playing more and more with surfaces tab and messing with reflections and what like a 95% reflection rate does. Let's come back to this picture and I'll show you. This is sort of a very background element, but like a 95% reflection rate gives you something like the door handle here. And the door handle might actually be 98% in this set, but that extra 3% isn't going to matter. So what you got is, like, these door handles are going to be sort of highly reflective. It'll give them kind of that metallic look. It'll be the same on these hinges here. Whoops. I got the cord on my mouse tangled. There we go. So, and on this prop, the mirror should already be reflective, so I'm going to leave it at that. And while this sofa was fine for sort of the one page with Jeffrey, I want something just a little different. So let's go sofa, and I do have one in mind. So where are we? I think this one is going to be the one I want. Oh no, that one. Oh, see, now I can't decide. I was thinking this one, the short one. But the other two are equally good. Sofa. So it's basically, even though these are college kids, we turn these into suites because these rooms are so big. So it's like, in addition to having the TV in the living room, everybody else seems to have their big TV bedroom couch. What I have to do is unparent these before I go deleting the couch. So let's delete the couch. I'm not sure about that console. Oops. Oh, well, I got my picture. Let's save that. Here, go File, Open as Layer. Here we go. Spread this out because I'm going to go. Oops, it's going to come up one more, not two. That's it, right? Yep, okay. So I'm going to cut it here. So I think it's going to come over one, and that might be. Oops. Ah, shoot. Edit, undo. I'm on the wrong layer. No. Okay. We'll cut that. But I think like I keep saying before I keep getting distracted, is I really want to do Shrink of the House 10. Invert, shrink. But I can't really settle on a story, and I might go ahead and do the one I initially thought of when I was doing Showtime, and that's um, you know what? Let's bring you layer transform, and I think that's gonna be, I don't know. Let's just see what it looks like here. Yeah, okay, that's good. And that's the story that we meet Liz's estranged brother. Okay, so let's save. Oh no, I don't want to save as. Cancel. Save. Here we go. Let's collapse all for the time being. I'm going to put Philippe in the unused for now. And let's see. Expand from selected. Or not. There we go. Delete keys. And I'm also kind of hitting myself for not working a little faster. And what do I do? Delete. And one of those things in like hindsight, basically not working a little faster and getting, what they were, more Shrimp of the House stories out. Because I kind of got an idea about doing like a Christmas special. And unfortunately, in the timeline, in the current timeline, I think Showtime took place in maybe the fall. Oh, actually, you know what? Oh. Now that I'm brainstorming, if it took place, oh shoot, you know what? If it took place in the fall, then Shrimp of the House 10 really could be the Christmas special. Could be the Christmas special. You put it in the winter time, and then I can come back and Shrimp of the House 11 could be in the spring, or maybe early summer. Who knows? Let's see, I don't want the ceiling fan. Is he centered? I think I got room to go this way. Ooh, 42. Okay. think I might be able to do, let's see, Control C, paste as new layer. Okay. Okay, so I just have to extend this a little bit. Oops, not that one. Let's go Control C. There we go. Okay. Merge it down for a moment, and then let's take the lasso tool. And I'm just going to edit, cut none, and we'll Control C and add it, paste as new layer. No, let's see, layer, transform, and fit. Oh, there. Perfect. And okay. Alright, so I'll place it here instead of over here. And that should work. Good. Console. Hmm. I don't know. I think. Oops. No. Um. Hmm. I'm trying to remember what these are loaded. Okay, not in this one. Hmm. I'm trying to remember what these are labeled as. This, the other one is Modern House. I'm trying to think what these props are labeled as. Oh, I see. Annoying thing is under files, it's almost like you have to enter an exact word. So I'm entering commode, and it won't find this prop because this is commode one with no space between the one. If they had put if whoever put this pack together had labeled this, had put a space between the number and the word when they saved these files, this would have come up in the search when I searched commode. But if I want to find that one, so I'll show you commode, and it doesn't come up. Whoops, we gotta go to all files. But if I go to mode 1, see, there it is. I should have learned that way back when I was first started converting and saving props I was picking up in other formats. Um, Third house too. I might just keep that setup, but what I don't want is the paintings. Actually, hold on. Oops. Oh, you know what? I could put my own pictures in there. So hold on, let's just default. This one is that one, so let's go none. Image. Yeah, see, I can put my own picture there. Yay! Well, technically, these are my pictures. Oh, okay. Save that right. Oh, shoot. He's up against the wall. How come I didn't see that? Okay. Oh my god. So, this is the x-axis, right? Um, Let me take it off camera because I don't want to lose that. Okay, now he's away from the wall. Okay, so we're going to try this again. Okay. Oh my god. These aren't technically my pictures, but it's like with the textures I've got in sort of my collection. They're sort of let's say that one's a little too squished. It's sort of like sites, it's like with textures, you get sites where you can um, get pictures free to use, that sort of thing. It's like free pictures, and they'll give you the license and the license to do whatever you need them to. Um, hmm. We'll just stretch that and cut the picture off a little bit. Okay, so there we go, 3. So we basically just keep doing this. None, because if I select browse while there's already a picture loaded, it'll go looking in the file that picture rests. Whereas I want it to keep looking in this folder. And you might notice a lot of these city images, a lot of these images were collected for transforming Tyler. So, no. I think it was their living room had the city theme, And then, if I remember, it was his friend's apartment that had sort of like the black and white and the more smaller scale urban stuff. How about that one? I can stretch this one, right? Oh, okay, it's already. I don't need anything special here because. Let's see, none. Like I said, I'm hoping. I'm not really expecting to spend a lot of time in this room. I think the other two rooms are interesting me more. Oh, I already. What the hell? They noticed, like, I tried to look for military themed pictures for this story for Burn Pit. So that's like why you got the planes, the, the soldier, the servicemen, that sort of thing. That's why they're fitting in this. Um, or not. There we go. Okay, it doesn't matter because the plant's hiding that one. So now let's come over here and we'll do the same thing. Where are we on you? Okay. Okay, that looks better. So we'll just, oops, I gotta, there we go. Oh, shoot. Or Kuala Lumpur. You know what? Let's select these and we'll just get rid of these pictures all at once instead of doing this piecemeal. Alright, so you are, come on, you are the square. That one. And what I want to do with this one is, okay, and then we'll just, where's the picture? So we'll go there. Okay, perfect. Oops. Right. Oh, I got my picture. Okay, so that's going to be the last you'll see of this in this video because I'm not going to come back. So let's go file, open his layer. And you. There we go. Oh shoot, I forgot to save the, I mean, I forgot to reload the, no, not a problem. So let's go edit, cut. So what we gotta do is, let's make a new layer. And the funny thing is, part of the argument they had earlier in the story was that Wes was complaining there were no family pictures up. And here it is a year later, and there's still no family pictures up. Okay, merge down. So we're gonna save. Image flatten, and we will go file export 15. Oops, enter. Export. And take a look. Let's come in here. What are you doing back, Philippe? I thought you were staying at your parents' place until Monday. It was crowded with my sister and her family staying over. I figured I'd come back here and let them have space. Well, there's a bunch of leftovers in the fridge if you're hungry. Thanks, but I had a long day. All I want is some sleep. Wasn't he staying in your son's room? Oh no. Dad! So that is page 15. I know it wasn't the most exciting conversation, but I hope you got something out of it. And I hope you enjoyed it, and I hope, going back to coronavirus, just once again, I still hope that you're all staying safe out there, avoiding it, and hopefully none of you have had any losses because of it. And I hope to see you next time.